Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my Gig-Olos and Gigglettes. It's me, Gio. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Where's the camera? There it is. Alrighty. I know I've been kind of ignoring McLovin lately. Because, like I said, you know what I've realized? I'm a humble guy. I'm pretty humble. You know, I realize that I'm just one person here. I'm just one man. And unfortunately, in this space that we occupy known as reality, you know, planet Earth, or, you know, probably some of you who watch McLovin's channel probably think this is the flat Earth. In this spinning dome, in the spinning sphere, in the vast, infinite void of space, you know, in reality, one man, unfortunately, cannot silence a mob. I just can't do it. There are too many, unfortunately, there are too many loud, stupid people than there is one loud, reasonable person, right? That's just, unfortunately, there's too many stupid people that drown out the voices of the not stupid people, or at least the people that can call out an obvious fraud, while the stupid people just fall for it and fall for it and fall for it and fall for it and keep falling for it, you know, because McLovin over at the Political Hub, I think he's gained 10,000 subs in 1 month. 10,000 subs. I don't know how many of those are ones that he's brought from his other channels that he doesn't post on anymore because they're not monetized. So guess what? If you guys notice, he's saying he's posting Political Hub because he got demonetized and he still wants to keep spreading the truth. If his real purpose was spreading the truth about Trump on YouTube, then ad revenue, that'd be the second priority, right? Right? If your first priority was spreading the truth about someone, then what does it matter if you're not getting ad revenue on YouTube? But clearly that's not his priority. His priority is getting ad revenue. That's all he cares about. That's why before he started grifting Trump supporters, he made videos on trending topics like Biden winning the election. He made a video about that. And in fact, I think I actually have that in my gallery still. Let's see if I have that really quick. Let's see here. Where is it? Is it there? Right there. Look at that. Look. Again, I show this video because many of you guys just don't get it. Let's go back. Maybe that's in a different folder. Hold on a second. Crap. Nope, that's not it. Well, there's this one, right?
After nearly 50 years in public life and 3 tries for the White House, former Vice President Joe Biden is the apparent winner of the presidency, defeating incumbent President Donald Trump in a victory delayed by vote counts and complicated.
I mean, those of you who are going to be like, oh, it's a deep fake, it's all fake news. Joe Biden wins 2020 presidential election. Watch his road to victory, the Finance Hub. And he made that video maybe a week before he started showing his new map showing Trump was the winner of the 2020 election. That new map that didn't change a single, that electoral college map, which he stole from a conservative website, by the way. You know, like, you guys have to realize this has been an ongoing grift, because I know some of you might use the argument like, okay, maybe he supported Biden before, but then he saw the truth and he's supporting Biden or supporting Trump. Where was his video about that? Where was his video explaining that he used to support Biden, but now he supports Trump? Instead, what he did was, after I made the video calling him out for it, he deleted the video. Just like when he was getting flagged on the Finance Hub for all these different you know, videos he's made, talk about election fraud, overturning the election, and they gave him all these copyright strikes and all these monetary strikes. All he did was, this is what frauds do, they just delete the evidence. Instead of being truthful and honest, he just scrubs his whole library. All the videos you guys tune in to watch about all the big wins, big changes, which, by the way, how many big wins and changes have happened, have actually turned out to be big wins and big changes over on McLovin's channel? How many of them have actually been big wins or changes? How many of his videos have resulted in big wins or big changes? That many. Zero. But 10,000 brand new stupid fucking people, borderline retarded people, still tune into his channel. And they're like, oh my God. You know, and that's the reason I'm making this video, is because you'll see a handful of comments on his videos saying like, can I see your sources? Can you link your sources? Funny, the old boy has never linked any of his sources. Like when he said California was flipping for Trump in 2020, no sources available. Like when he said that Illinois was flipping for Trump in 2020, no sources available. Like when he said that Ruby Freeman was arrested in Georgia for election fraud, no sources made available, right? But he's always saying, don't listen to the fake news. Don't listen to fake news. The fake news isn't talking. The fake, you know, that's, he was playing to your, you know, he was playing to your, how do I say this? He knows his audience isn't that bright, right? He knows you guys aren't the brightest bulbs in the box. He knows that, right? So while there would be a handful of comments saying, can I please see sources or something, most of the comments on there are like, yeah, Trump, oh my God, Trump, or thank you for spreading this information. This is so helpful. Thank you so much. I never knew about this. You know, like that's typically what you see on his channel in terms of comments. You see the ass kissing, you see the nonsense, you see the people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, you see the people celebrating these big wins that never happened. But now, in a video he made recently, his audience seems to be getting fed up with his bullshit. And it's funny, because I can almost guarantee you, after I make this video, he's going to delete that one. And it's going to pain him to no end, because he's a pathological liar and a narcissist, and he thinks everything he does is fucking genius. So it really hurts him internally to have to delete videos. Right? So, yeah. All right, let's go back to the video here. Where's my... All right, this is hilarious. So, let's do this.
Sidney Powell has responded to the backlash that she has been receiving from Republicans around the nation. Sidney Powell basically filed a dismissal of her lawsuit, and Patriots...
She filed a dismissal of her lawsuit. The way he's wording that is that Sidney Powell had a lawsuit and now she's trying to dismiss it. Not the case at all. Dominion voting machines or systems or whatever the fuck they are, they're suing her for $1.3 billion. And her legal team is trying to dismiss the lawsuit against her, not the other way around. But I mean, this is the political commentary from someone on the Political Hub that has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Also thought Lindsey Graham was a girl. This is the kind of genius and political commentary that 62,000 of you think is helpful. Not just doesn't make your current intelligence level look all that great. Just saying.
Had a frenzy over what they had to say. We're going to keep this video quick to the point. Please thumbs up the video. Comment down below. So basically what happened is that Sidney Powell said her dismissal was that, well, the mainstream media were saying...
let's listen to that. Let's listen to this clearly again.
Her dismissal was that, well, the mainstream media were saying that...
He's so fucking stupid. How are you guys tricked by this fucking idiot? Oh my god.
So basically what happened is that Sidney Powell said her dismissal was that, well, the mainstream media were saying that, you know, she said, well, if you listen to whatever I had to say, you were a moron or something.
Oh my god. That was fucking glorious. Can we listen to that one more time, please? Hold on.
Sidney Powell said her dismissal was that, well, the mainstream media were saying that, you know, she said, well, if you listen to whatever I had to say, you were a moron or something.
So clearly, McLovin is not a political commentator or a journalist, because that right there, I've said before, you know, that's libel. That is libel, because he just said, she said that, well, you know, what she ended up saying, what the media is saying that she said is that Trump supporters are morons. No. I mean, technically, you can say she didn't say that. Her legal team is making two arguments right now on her behalf. Her legal team. One, they're saying that the lawsuit against her, it shouldn't, like, the court case shouldn't take place in Washington, D.C. It should take place somewhere else. They're saying, like, Texas. So they're saying the trial, the court case, the hearings should be held in a different jurisdiction. That's one of the arguments that they're saying that the media is focusing on. Like I said, I didn't take a whole long look at the thing. I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to this shit. I'm not a lawyer. I don't understand this stuff better than most of you, right? Unless you're a legal mind, then you'll understand it. The other argument her legal team is making is, and this was in the court documents, they're arguing that it wasn't defamation what Sidney Powell was doing, was because, and this is paraphrasing here, because no reasonable person would accept these statements or claims made by Sidney Powell as fact. Like I said, that's paraphrasing. She didn't call Trump supporters morons. McLovin just committed libel against the person he's been using with clickbait for the last fucking 5 months. The Kraken! Oh my god, the Kraken! You know, if not for Sidney Powell, McLovin wouldn't have these 62,000 fucking subs. If not for the 40 Krakens that he says has been released in the last 2 months. But yeah, so anyway, McLovin just committed libel against the person who's been padding his pockets for the last 5 months. So there you go. Nice job, McLovin. He's gonna delete this video. Just watch.
But in actuality, Sidney Powell, I think, is just trying to get the lawsuit dismissed on the basis that it was filed in the wrong jurisdiction. So she's trying to basically move the lawsuit, and the mainstream media is going absolutely crazy. And Sidney Powell responded. She said, she goes, this is from Patrick M. Byrne.
This is literally like watching a hippopotamus. No, that's a bad example. This is like watching an elephant, like, just all of a sudden an elephant got dropped into a tar pit, and it's just the trumpets blaring, it's just like, and it's just desperately. It's funny because Republicans are the elephants, right? Anyway, yeah, this elephant is just desperately flailing, and the nose and the trunk is just flying, and it's just like just You're witnessing a literal just like, I don't know what's happening, help! Like, that's what this is. Let's repeat what he said.
Easy. And Sidney Powell responded. She said, she goes, this is from Patrick M. Byrne, and
she said, she goes, this is from someone else. This is the Pathetic Hub. Jesus Christ, man. You've been duping Trump supporters for 5 months, and you have zero. Your video quality is god awful, right? Like, I understand you don't like scripts. I'm not scripted. I don't have a script here, right? But you're not quick-witted. You're not sharp like me, right? So, but yeah, this is just painful to watch. Could you imagine Tucker Carlson, Fox News, Sidney Powell? Well, you know, she made a statement earlier today, and she said, she said that, she goes, well, there was a reporter that said this about Sidney Powell. Yeah. Guess what? That would never fucking happen. They would edit that shit right out. Because that makes you look like a fucking buffoon. Well, you do it to yourself. I mean, yeah.
Sidney Powell re-telegrammed this. By the way, I have Sidney Powell's link. I have the link to Sidney Powell's full 270-page Kraken down.
The 270-page Kraken that her legal team is arguing should not have been taken seriously by reasonable people. You're plugging a 270-page Kraken that's 4 months old that her legal team is arguing should not have been taken seriously by reasonable people. Yeah.
Along with our commentary, plus we have a Telegram now, which if you want to follow us on Telegram, link.
You know what's funny is this video is 3 minutes long. McLovin literally spends a third of his videos. In case you guys haven't noticed, he spends a third of his videos begging for money or plugging other shit. In case you haven't known, his videos would literally be a minute and a half, if not for the hair playing and the she said you know, and if he didn't constantly plug other YouTube channels, PayPal links, Rumble links, Patreon links, like if he didn't spend all this time plugging, his videos would literally be a minute 30 seconds each, right? In case you guys haven't noticed, I know you guys are a little not that bright, just saying.
Description. Anyways, Patrick M. Byrne says, and again, Sidney Powell re-telegrammed this, or shared this on Telegram. So basically, Sidney Powell, you know, is thumbsing this up.
Thumbsing.
This was as of last night. This defamation lawsuit is yet another attempt to silence critics and citizens who want to investigate blankety blank. These statements.
Dominion voting machines or systems or whatever. McLovin's too much of a little bitch to say Dominion voting machines. Cigar lighter. And this is one of my main arguments against, you know, McLovin here. Like I said, I know many of you, he refers his audience now as patriots. You guys are patriots. Big, tough, American, conservative patriots. Would a real patriot be too afraid to say Dominion voting machines or Dominion voting systems? Would a real patriot be afraid of saying that? Would a tough, proud American literally be too afraid to say Dominion voting machines? Or do you have to be a West Coast softie to say blankety blank? He thinks he's brilliant too when he's like, oh, blankety blank, blankety. They can't sue me if I say blankety blank. Fucking dimwit.
Blankety blank claims are
what a bitch.
Defamatory are actually protected under free speech of the First Amendment. The fake news media and their allies are.
Quick analogy about free speech. This is how free speech works. All right? Free speech means. I'll make a quick analogy here. Free speech. If I were to go on Facebook and say, my neighbor, and I give their name, is a pedophile. He's a pedophile and a sexual, what's that shit called? What the fuck? My girlfriend's obsessed with that stuff. Were they like sex slave? Right. Yeah. My neighbor is a pedophile and he has sex slaves in his basement. And I make a Facebook post about that, and I name his name. Right? And there's no evidence of this. I just implied and I just alleged that someone, a private citizen, is committing a crime. That is defamation. Now, under free speech, if you guys are aware of what free speech means that I can say whatever I want without like making violent threats or anything like that, that I can say, I'm allowed to say that about my neighbor. That the First Amendment protects that, because the First Amendment means the government will not kick down my door and take me to jail or execute me for what I said. That's what free speech protects me from. Protects me from the government. It doesn't protect me from defamation. You cannot accuse someone of breaking the law when there is no evidence of it until until they actually do it, until they're convicted of it. You can make commentary about it, like, okay, well, you can make the argument during the election that Dominion voting machines was being taken to court over claims of election fraud. You can say that because that was a fact. That was actually happening. You can't come out and say Dominion voting machines committed election fraud. You can't do it. That is defamation. That is actual defamation. The First Amendment does not protect you from making criminal claims against someone else or a company. It's not the way it works. McLovin over here doesn't know that. And I'm assuming most of you watching his channel don't know that either. So you're welcome for the free analogy.
Spinning meritless claims because their arguments have neither the facts nor the law needed to hold up in a courtroom. The same as complained of are also protected because blankety blank is a public figure and must prove that Mrs. Powell acted.
Dominion voting machines or systems. Fucking little bitch. No, like the burden of proof is on the accuser in this country. That's the way it works. All right. If someone accuses me of killing someone, like, then it's up to you to prove it. Like, I can't, like, that's not the way. That's you Republicans, conservatives talk about the witch trials. This is a witch hunt. What he is talking about is being in favor of a witch hunt, where you're assumed guilty and you have to provide evidence after you're accused. Like, no. The burden of proof is on the accuser, unless you're an Uber and Lyft driver.
With malice. Fake news. Contrary to what the fake news is pushing, Sidney Powell did not claim in court that no reasonable person would believe her claims. The press is using twisted legal.
He's half right about that, because she personally did not make that claim. Her legal team made that claim on her behalf. So she's either going to fire her legal team or they're going to stick with that claim and see how well that does.
Legalese and manipulating the legal standard to confuse the issue, as they have done before in other high-profile cases. Ms. Powell's statements were legal opinions that she stands behind, as they were based on sworn affidavits, declarations, expert reports, and documentary evidence. I don't want to get into too much detail.
Have you ever gone into detail on your channel? Big win! Oh my god! Breaking news! Big win! Breaking news! Kraken!
But yeah, Patrick M. Byrne again says, I hear the fake news about Sidney today got people down. Ignore it. Just some legal fine points that mainstream media wants to spin for their own advantage. Sidney is full.
How's it a spin when that's what her legal team put out there? Oh god, this is so funny.
Geared up for this. We are coming off the canvas in a big way. Sit tight. So there you go. Please thumbs up the video. Comment down below your.
Oh god, that was so sad. That was so pathetic. And like I said, the reason I made this video is because most of his videos will be like, thank you for spreading the truth. This is awesome. Thanks for telling us this. I didn't know this. Just, people that just don't know how to Google, people that don't know how to do independent research, people that are incapable of independent thought, they leave those comments. But most of the comments on this video are, look at this, probably the weakest analysis I saw so far. It's being taken out of context. No, it's not. You are so unreasonable, clueless sap. I love this one. Dud. Well, I guess that applies too. Dud, do you do homework? She is not dropping a lawsuit since this is reference to the lawsuit against her from Dominion. That is where those statements came from. God, you're as bad as the lame street media. Do your homework. You're flailing around like a fish out of water. Pathetic. Hey, that's, what's his name? Nick Nolte? Yeah. Switching roles, just like Rudy's a witness. Laughing my ass off here. Just a few weeks ago, the same channel was praising Sidney and promising her disclosure would release a Kraken. That Kraken dissipated just as quickly as a fart in the wind. I mean, the reason I think it's funny is because, like he's going to delete this video. I can guarantee it. Or he's going to start deleting these comments because he's a free speech advocate, but he can't handle criticism. So this is fucking hysterical, right? Like, as a YouTuber, I get negative comments. I do. I get trolls. I get fucking, I call them YouTube know-it-alls, right? But like, I don't usually go outside of my wheelhouse here. If I make videos, I'll say this is my opinion. This is my opinion on things. I don't mean them to be treated as fact, right? This dude is essentially acting like he's a well-educated political commentator when all he does is lick Trump's nutsack every fucking video for views from Trump supporters when he's not even a Trump supporter, right? That's his whole game, because it's all about the ad revenue. It's all about the clickbait. How many Krakens have been released on his channel in the last month? 30, 40? How many big wins has he talked about in the last 2 weeks? Hundreds. He makes fucking 8 videos a day. How many big changes have been talked about on his channel in the last week? Hundreds. It never ends, right? But there's a handful of people now that are like, okay, dude, you're a fucking idiot. You have no idea what you're talking about. And hopefully this is the last. There has to be a last straw, right? Even for the people that don't think for themselves, the people incapable of independent thought. There has to be a last straw. There has to be something. There has to be that last bit where you're just like, this is too much. I'm done with you, right? Clearly, it should have happened after Biden got inaugurated, right? He kept that grift going through the inauguration. He was telling all you guys that March 4th, Trump is going to be president again. That didn't happen. How many times can someone be wrong, but you guys still support him? You still look to him as some kind of news outlet, when all he does is take headlines from other people and treat them as breaking news. Clearly, there is no last straw for the people that watch his channel, because he's gotten 10,000 subs in 1 month. What is the last straw for you guys? How many times can he be wrong before you turn your backs on him? I'm curious. Did it start yesterday with the Sidney Powell shit? Because like I said, this is the first time I've seen where the negative comments outweigh the positive ones. So have you guys finally, have the Trump supporters that follow Dylan Himmerich, the McLovin, the clickbait hub, have you said enough is enough? Let me know in the comment section. All right, guys, that's all I got for this one. I want to thank you all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stealthy, stay classy, stay educated, think for yourselves. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.